Greetings and hello and welcome and howdy and all of those good greetings to you. Whether it's good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening, and maybe to some of you, good night. You're always welcome here at Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. I am Joy Ruffen, your Minister of Enlightenment, Awareness, and Awakenings, and your signature style and leadership specialist. Now, need I say to you that the elements, the weather elements, have got me whole and complete, but I don't let anything stop me, and neither do you. Lady Joy Pro is here with you. And not only do I have issues under the weather, but my featured guest speaker, technical difficulties, which we have from time to time, we attempt to erase them before we get going, but you know what? Life has its own message. And for those of you who are in the astrological world, you know that Mars and Pluto, and they're doing a little dance, and it makes it very, very difficult. We attempted everything, but nothing stops the show. So let me say again, welcome. You're always welcome here because we go global. And I was so excited, and we'll do a replay, and we'll make this right, to have you come in and meet my featured guest speaker because I adore this lady, and she has a fantastic background that she was going to share with us. So what I want you to do now is just sit back and allow me to spend this time with you because it's your September spotlight. And this is your spotlight. And the spotlight, whatever and whenever and wherever it is, you step into it. It's a call to rise. It's a call to shine and to boldly to let your presence speak. And that's what we're about as a leadership and signature style specialist. Vastly different from what most everyone else is doing because we're going back to the beginning, to the basics of everything so that we can share with you, so that I can share with you my knowing over the years. Because I'm a deep observer. I don't judge, but I see. And because of my strong sense of aesthetics, I know when it's right. So each week, our conversation will connect back to this September spotlight. Can you believe it's almost over? September is almost over. We're going into October. But here I'm about helping you awaken your confidence, elevate your presence, and embody your truth. And because I want you to live fully in your spotlight, even though this is labeled your September spotlight, you're in the spotlight all the time. If you're a leader, if you're a professional, entrepreneurial, and you're building any type of a business, you're in the spotlight. So how do you want to show up? I've launched my Style Clarity campaign. It's a complimentary 7-step confidence bundle. And in addition to that, this is a caveat. You get a private one-on-one session with me. And this session, we're going to begin to discover what's best for you. So you're going to come and share with me what you think you need and what you want. And then I'm going to piggyback and dance with you on what I see and feel that you need. And together we're going to do this dance and make sure that we get to the right signature style for you. And it doesn't have to be classic, doesn't have to be chic, doesn't have to be dramatic or romantic, or it has to be you. Now, maybe like me, you're going to combine a couple of them together, but it's going to be your style and it's not going to be indicative of anyone else. So all you have to do is go to joy.ruffen/Style Clarity and discover together the Style Clarity bundle that I'm presenting to you. So that something that you can wear all the time and feel good and know that you're present and you're at your best when it comes to showing up. So spread your wings, open your heart, and let us begin this conversation. Now, as I mentioned to you in the beginning, my featured guest speaker, whom I reconnected with and was so eager to have her here, is a nurse. But what she's doing and the work that she's doing fascinated me for all different kinds of reasons. And she'll come back again at some point in time. We will get this technology because we don't let, as eagles, as pros, professionals, we don't let anything take us down and under. We just keep riding, soaring, climbing higher to get to where we're meant to be. Life has its own reasons for us, lessons for us, and we abide by them. We do the best that we can here to always bring you a very professional online type of show. But life happens and we have to ride the wave. We have to ride and surf the wave, and that's what we do here. But this lady has written a book that I was really eager to talk about for many different reasons. Many of you know that for me, it's all about the divine within each and every one of us. No matter what your higher source, your higher being, your supreme being, God, whoever he or she might be, that's your call. That's for you. But it doesn't mean that you have to, or you're here invited to make everyone else privy to that. You might share with them what you're about, but you don't put your judgments and ought to not even have them on other people. You want to share what you're about, but you don't want to put it on other people. Now, why am I saying this? Because this lady who is going to be our featured guest today, she's all about, I always say, I hope lovingly, and somewhat humorous too, about a tie to it, that I'm all about us as women stepping into our divine, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So now what does that mean? That means it's time to really blend them together. It means that we are no longer bonding into, mailing into that old programming and conditioning and the sexualizing that we've been about. And our presence, our image, and how we show up means a lot. The programming, conditioning, sexualizing is so pervasive because it's been about our skin. The more we can show, the better, and the more feminine. It's about the sexuality of us, the two B's and the V, I lovingly say. And this lady was going to talk to us today about the top B. And it has so many names, the girls, the girlies, and the word that starts with a T, which I don't even like to say, but back in the day, my cousins, because we were young and innocent and we didn't know, but even then I kind of twinged at it. It doesn't fit. But she was going to talk about something that's really important, and I want to get serious here. Breast cancer, and many ways how it comes about, but more importantly, how what we wear, the garments, can restrict us. Now, this was a conversation that I wanted to have because my limited knowing was that only if you had large breasts was this prevalent. Well, that's not true at all. I don't even know where I got that from. But she was going to share with us a lot about that. And I was eager to talk with you and share with you from her for you to hear why this is part of her mission and her purpose and what she's about. And why? Because today, in this casual mode that we're all in, and especially us women, females, ladies, I use them all, girls, young ladies. Some women don't like the term. It's hard to believe, but I accept it. They don't even want to be called a lady. It's old-fashioned to them. It doesn't have any merit for them. I don't know where that comes from. I don't think I really need to know. I only know that there's nothing wrong with being a lady if your nose is not in the air and if you're not thinking or feeling that you're better than anybody else, because no one is better. There are different variations in everything. So I was eager to share this, and we will. And I'm not going to speak more about it. But back to the divine feminine and the reason why I label myself the minister of enlightenment, awareness, and awakenings, because my eagle, it's our time. It's our time to own our power, the radiance and the style that's indigenous to us, which means we don't have to go back to, and I'm not putting it down, far from it, but back to the Pilgrim days, back to the days like even maybe today, the Quakers and any other religious or spiritual realm where they dress in baggy, uncomfortable, or not attractive, many of us might think, garments. But if one chooses to dress like that, fine. But today, here on planet Earth School, our assignment is to come here to learn about ourselves and to highlight, to showcase the best of ourselves in every way. And that's why my work as a leadership and signature style specialist is for us as women to own our greatness, our genius, and our presence. And that means that we need to realize and know and not put down anyone. If you want to be an observer, Fine, I am. And I see a lot that is distasteful to me, and it's not, to me, right, or even that word which really does people proper. And it's not old school, old fashioned and back in the day, but it just doesn't fit. But whatever style you have and whatever style you present, it can present you in the best way. And that's what my style clarity package is offering you. It's the beginning. It is not the Holy Grail. It's for those, and it's a small percentage. I don't even like saying that, but it's the truth, of those who really want to dress. And I don't mean from head to toe, top to bottom, like you just stepped out of the magazines and you're that size 8 or 0 on the runway, the red carpet. That's not what I mean. I mean knowing your body. Now, many of you have heard me speak to I had, well, they're still with me, aunts. You've heard me share with you many, many times that they were all seamstresses, and that's how I came to be involved in the fashion world, because I love clothes, color, dressing, fabrics. And then when I arrived at the Fashion Institute of Technology, oh, it was like, for me, it was like heaven. I don't know what heaven is like. I know it's good, though. That I know. You know that, too. And it was like an eye-opening, awakening experience for me. But I was caught up in the madness of it all. I went deep into the matrix. You know what that means, right? And then after I left it, I really began to become a keen observer. And I began to see, beginning with me, because when and it's not because I'm at this season of life now, but when you are younger, you can get away with any, every, and all things. You can, especially if your body is tight and toned. And no matter what height, size, or weight you are, you can wear anything. And to an extent, if you're not showcasing yourself in the nude in a way, you can get away with it. But as we seasoned, as we have life experiences, and as we as women do all these things that we do, you know what I mean? We birth these beautiful babies. We become caretakers. Maybe we're so involved in being that we don't get to the gym and work out as much as we need or ought to. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. There's so many other variables involved. You know them all. That life happens and things begin to change. Well, what happens is sometimes we don't change with it. And this style clarity package in my one-on-one session with you is for a wake-up call for all of us. To be aware more, you can still dress and be fashionable and stylish and not be old-fashioned, outdated, old school, and back in the day. If you really care about fashion, but you want to develop your own signature style, it's waiting for you. It's waiting for you because it's a knowing and it's a journey. I had a beautiful guest the other day who said, and it was a different verbiage, but it aligns with what I say all the time. We're in this Insta society. I'm in it too. We want everything yesterday. We don't have to wait for anything. Who wants to wait? We want it now. Taking the time and putting the love and the energy and the passion into what's innate within us, this gift that we came with, that we're here to excel and perfect, not perfection. That's where we have gone astray. And with AI, oh, I do love it. But like anything else, we have to learn to utilize it in the best way. Think about the desktop computer and all the different variations today, the iPhone, and how the addiction is so rampant. You go into restaurants and you see people sitting like this and they're glued, kids especially. And the parents, I guess it's a breather for them, and they allow them to do that. So what I'm saying is that it's time to step back and review what it is that you really want. Not everybody's interested. Not every woman, female, lady is interested in fashion. She has clothes on, they're clean, hygiene, and all of that. Doesn't matter to her. I say bravo. Nothing wrong with that. But if you're a professional and if you want to engage with people and invite them to engage with you, your presence needs to matter. We're not talking about perfection, but we're talking about it when you learn to show up the best that you can for you, your style that fits you, you're on the way to developing, to the discovery and design of what's best for you. And that's what I'm offering you. And it's not like what so many do, and I'm not knocking it. I've seen it and I've done it as I travel all over the country, putting on fashion shows. You put things together, and yet something doesn't feel right, or for the moment, because it's brand new, and then you say, something's not right. So you go to those who are going to show you the before and the after, but you don't get the data. You don't get the background. You don't get the ABCs and the XYZ of it. So within 3 to 6 months, if that long, you're back to where you were. That's not developing, designing, and discovering the signature style that's going to work best for you. That's what we do together. That said, I'm going to take a quick little reset here. Take a breath and a breather and a sip of water, because you know this cold, it hasn't got me down, but every now and then I feel this lump in my throat and I don't want to cough up here with you. So we're going to take a reset, and I want to ask you to join my Facebook group. It's called Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. You belong there because this is an age for the new example, of which it's you. What does that mean? It means, back in the day when they used the expression, the new normal. Well, hubby and I said, what is new about normal? Normal is normal. What's new about it? But people come up with these catchphrases. I say you belong here because you're the new example. An example is an example. It can be a new example or an old example that you're updating, but it has a newness to it. Because your vision, your mission, and your purpose, and these are the women that we seek and we look for. We need you, because in addition to this group, we're putting together, I'm letting it out of the bag. We're putting together an advisory board. And this is where I want the women to come who are aware that somewhere we need to be about change. We need to be about opening up the wavelengths for what's new for all of us. And that means to understand everything that's in the making for us, no matter what generation we're in. That said, I'd love for you to join me on my new, it's new somewhat, YouTube channel. And it's called Joy Ruffen, Fashioning, Femininity, Style, and Truth. You know the 3 words that are the most important there? Fashioning, femininity. Oh, femininity does not involve the way that many of us, most of us, some of us, never all, are showcasing that femininity. We're taking it to the highest vibration. And style. And the truth, it ends with the truth of who and why we're here and what we're to do. So connect with me there. Go and subscribe. We need you and we need your numbers. And also, while you're there, hit that like button and leave me your comments. What you like, what you don't, what you want more of, because we're building. It's another favorite word of mine, building. Because everything that we do, it has to be built. Think back to whatever your preference might be in history or biography, anything it might be. It could be anything. To the pyramids. They didn't just appear. They had to build them. But now today, it's an avenue of education for most everyone who's interested in this thing called life. And then you can also think about all the people who were before us, who came and left their legacy. Another favorite word of mine. And it's not because I'm in this season of life. It's because you're not here to just exist. We are not here to just exist. We're here to gather together, to bind and unite with those who are like-minded, and even a few who are against, because that's how you develop and really grow, because you don't want those yes people around you all the time. You want the people who are going to speak up and maybe not agree with you all the time, because sometimes you need to hear that. You get so deep into the matrix that you forget that it's not only about you, it's about so many others. So in order to do that, I'm asking you for your membership to join and connect with us there. And even though My featured guest speaker is not here. We'll use this again. But my engineer, if you could put up her, there you go. This is such a beautiful lady, and she will come back if she's available. I'm going to have her back in November, and we will make sure that you can hear and see her, because what she's doing is monumental, and the legacy will be here because what she talks about, I'm not going to even attempt anymore to share with you. This is so vital for us today. It always has been, but her approach and her technique is never ending. So I want you to take a screenshot or a snapshot. And if there's any way possible, and the gods are with us, you know, the gods ride with us, whatever, whoever and whatever, it, he, she, it might be in your God kingdom, they always ride with us. And everything that happens, even when we don't understand it, and so much of it I don't understand, I know now at this stage of life, it's all in divine order. And all you have to do is just keep going. And that's what we're going to do together. And she will come back and consult, chat, and share with us much of what she's doing, which is great work. Divine. What does divine mean to you? That word divine and that word grace, it's used a lot now. The divine feminine. Food for thought. Those of you who come every now and then, pop in when you can. What does divine femininity mean to you? And what does that word divine, before you even add on the femininity, how do you rate it? How do you classify it? What does it mean to you? Food for thought. I want you to be thinking about it. Because the only thing that I know and that I'm sure of is that it's time for us to awaken it fully, which means pure and true equality. We as women, let's just face it, we have this hunger. Many of us are starving to be desired and to be desirable. And the way that we've been programmed and conditioned and sexualizing from the beginning of time, it's always been the top beat. The more you can showcase and the more you can allow it to be seen, the more advantageous it is to you. Well, is it? Is it really? And now the bottom B. Oh, for you out there who are Facebook fans, and I happen to love Facebook and all the social media platforms, but I'm saying maybe more so I'm seeing it because I spend more time and look through and scroll through more on Facebook. The bottom B and the twerking and the jerking and the gyrations and the more is showcased in every, I don't understand it. Please someone get back to me and give me some insights because it's not necessary. I think there's many of us have favorite designers. I have lots of them. But one of the favorites is Coco Chanel. Regardless of what you think about her personal life and all of the things that are mentioned about her now after the fact, wasn't back in the day because the media was not as prevalent back then as it is now. And everybody and everyone was always in social media saying and doing something. I think she's probably turning over and crawling in her grave because she was not the one who put slacks, pants, and trousers into the stratosphere, but she did make it more popular for women. And when she started out with pants, slacks, trousers, whichever terminology, they're pretty much all the same, but different terminology. There are little tweaks here and there, differences about them. It was a whole different total look. Now, I don't know what's happened. And you go to, as I do often, and I'm not knocking them because I love them. There are three major ones. The online shopping networks. Oh, I'm going to be hung up to dry here. I know it, but I'm ready. Everything is for everyone. Everyone can wear this. This was designed for everyone. Doesn't matter what your height is, your size is, your color, your race, your height. Doesn't matter. You can wear this. This color looks good on everyone. Well, my Eagles, when you work with me one-on-one, we're going to dispel a lot of that because your assignment, back to homework, and you'll be getting a lot of it because it's a journey that we're going to take together. Your assignment is to be bolder, braver, more knowing, with wisdom and certainty and truth about you. It's not true. It sounds good. But you can look and say, and applaud them, celebrate them, bow to them, because they're so darn good. And until you really know and understand who you are, you'll be buying into everything in your closet, and UPS and the post office will be packed with the packages that you're sending back. Or you'll be giving away all those things. And if you can afford that, fine. But that's not signature style. That's not getting to know who you are, what works best for you. You know, the premise of all of this is know thyself. And that's a journey. My ego, everything's a journey. Nothing happens overnight. The female, the lady, the woman, doesn't matter her status. She's planted a seed within beginning of the birth. It's 9 months. Sometimes it's shorter because of all the variables that can happen. But that happens in 9, and then that baby bursts. And then there's an acceleration of growth, which we as parents and adults are responsible for. So everything's a journey. Every good thing takes time. And so will your style, your signature style, in developing it, if you care. And if you don't, no one has the right to judge you. No one has the right to say, she has no taste. No, that's where they are. We're at the bottom of the staircase, and our assignment is to climb to the very top, the ladder. And just because you're at the top and you're looking down at those at the bottom doesn't give you the right to feel that you're any better, because everybody, I don't even like this expression, is doing the best that they can. I have to come up with something else, because I think everybody's doing what they see others doing, and because they have not come into their own and they're more comfortable in a circle of people around them that they feel more community with. But everyone is here to escalate and scale up. And you can only do that when you began to know who you are. And no matter who you are and how gifted you are, you know, they said to me a long time ago, Joy, you're a preacher. And that's why I label myself a minister. I didn't like the word preacher. But the truth is, who's going to speak up and say a lot of this? And I'm going to give another talk on language, because I'm amazed at all of those who are in the spiritual realm who are using 4-letter words and all the other words that go in there, swearing and foul language and potty language and swearing, like it's, hello, how are you? We have to realize there are children around us. They're kids. They are sponges. They pick up on everything. I know I'm digressing from one thing to the other. That is kind of my DNA. But the truth is, it's time for us to grow up, accept, and embody who we are at its highest vibration, and be mindful of the children who are around us, because they're sponges. And if they hear you speaking like that and acting like that, that's not correct, proper, then that's what they're going to do. And maybe, you know, my husband said a long time ago, the deterioration of the family came about after the war, because women had to go out to work. They couldn't stay home with the children. Now, that's a little broad-based, but there's a lot of merit there. And it's time for us to wake up and to acknowledge ourselves and the part that we play in and on this earth school. Well, have I preached enough? Let me say this. Every time that we're together, it goes far too quickly. Even when this thing called life takes hold, and not able to get my featured guest speaker on here today, but she will return, because I want you to hear her story. And it's a good one, and her to share with you why she's so passionate about what she's doing. Remember that my style package, my style, signature style bundle is waiting for you. My heart is full after every conversation, even when for me it's a solo. Remember to get your complimentary 7-step confidence bundle, because even though that's the seed beginning is when we do our one-on-one. Be bold, be courageous, and step up. Even if you think you have it all together, I did, And then when I stepped away, I discovered painfully I did not. So it took me time to get my signature style, which is not yours. And that's sometimes what stylists do. It's about you, and it's about the discovery of you. So let me leave you with this. Make sure you sign up and go get that package, because you will not be disappointed. Liberation comes first. It's breaking free so that you can empower yourself and then be able to do that for so many others. Letting go of what no longer serves you. That's when true transformation happens. It's when you step into your signature style and you wear it with confidence and truly own your September spotlight. But remember, even though we're saying it's your September spotlight, you're in the spotlight all the time. So step boldly, be radiant, and shine any and everywhere that you go. And know that you are the new example for all of those who come to follow after you. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Joy Ruffen, Fashioning Femininity, Style, and Truth. So until the next time, my Eagles, be well, take care, and know that we are here to lift our spirits so that we can soar and lift others. Much love always, from my heart to yours. And thanks for your love and your patience. Always the very best to you, from my heart to yours. Cheers.